Father, I'm sure there are viewers watching this right now, and they're thinking, Catholic men, they want to move forward, but they're intimidated. Talk about, this is a journey, that's a step at a time. How would you, as our pastor, as a priest, how would you advise lay men to think about their journey as Catholics? How would we begin that journey in a little bit more intentional way?
It's a great question. Sometimes we get overwhelmed, right? And then we don't do anything because it's too overwhelming. We look at the mountain and we say, I can't climb that mountain. But you climb that mountain one step at a time, right? One humble step at a time. And so certainly making small changes can bring about a huge difference over time. For a lot of men, going to the Catholic Men's Conference is a big step. We look forward to the day when we can resume those with the post-COVID era, whatever that will look like. Or maybe it's watching something online, joining a Catholic men's group, connecting with that man as you. Some step into a group or a ministry specifically to help men. At some level, it's make sure you're going to Mass on Sunday, every Sunday, and be the leader of your family with that nothing is more important than the Mass. Taking the time to pray before meals, whether you're at home or at a restaurant. We're a Catholic family, we pray. Small steps make a big difference. We were talking beforehand, children love their moms in a special way, but they look at their dads in a unique way. And they look at that example. And if mom is the only one driving the life of faith in the family, and dad's holding back, oftentimes that can be sort of a message that the kids pick up on. This is just kind of like mom's thing, but dad, he understands. So dad needs to take a lead. It's small things to express the importance of the faith. In time, I think the men will discover there's a real need that they have, that this meets, that Christ meets this real need. They'll discover the lack of freedom. They'll discover that they experience. They'll discover kind of the false gods that kind of creep up in our lives. They'll discover sort of the burden of always trying to prove your worth to everybody. The Lord frees us of that. And I think men will discover in new ways the gift of their faith, not as a burden, one more thing they have to do, but in fact, the freedom and the joy and the life that comes from that encounter with the Lord. But not to get overwhelmed and to take small steps. I'm glad that you mentioned that. That's really important.
We connect as a man goes through ongoing conversion. Talk about that link to the changing and transforming of culture. We were talking earlier that we really need to start with us. If we want to see a different society, we need to start with men. Talk more about that link and how you see the change that we all want to see in the world begins with us as men.
Faith is a priority in the family. That's the first change that men have to bring to their families. Because if the man is missing, there's a good chance, we know the statistics, that the children will not go to Mass. But if the man goes to Mass, the father goes to Mass, we know the children will go to Mass, a good percentage. So I think making the faith a priority in the family and making it with your wife and then with your children. And what we experienced was Joanne and I could be on fire. We were in love. We made this a priority. How do we help our children now to be there? And so we have to do things with our children. This cannot be just about men's ministry or about marriage encounter. It's about incorporating your children into the rosary, making sure that they're being formed in the faith, and it's happening on the home front. Praying the morning prayer, going to school in the morning. So things were changing. And the thing that changed with me when I got home, the TV was not on. Before I used to turn it on, have a scotch. It was off, and it was about the children. It was about the family. So first of all, the change has to happen within the family. Then we have to go out into our businesses and start sharing in our own way what is different with us today, what has happened, and how can we be a better resource to these other men that is in the world. So it's really, the Lord is going to put the people in front of you. It's just that you have to respond to them. And you don't have to worry about converting the whole world. Just convert the person the Lord has put in front of you.